This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. Several staff-led health initiatives have been given the go-ahead by the Southern District Health Board. The proposals are being financed as a result of an innovation challenge, and it's hoped the new ideas will help staff tackle a number of perceived problems in the medical field.
Giving high praise to those on the front line. The city's healthcare professionals and their ideas for how to improve the work they do are being taken seriously. Almost $20,000 has been dished out as part of the 4th annual Southern Innovation Challenge. Challenge judges say the awards are a way to cultivate a work environment where ideas and suggestions are celebrated.
We believe that if staff are innovative, they can be creative in their thinking, they'll come up with wonderful solutions to problems that in the health service delivery for our community. So we really want to encourage staff to be innovative and creative.
Southland-based Sharon Aitu was this year's grand champion, accepting her prize via video conference from Invercargill. She's been given up to $10,000 to help prevent sudden infant death by promoting safe sleep messages. But local staff didn't miss out, with $3,000 going towards a Dunedin-based scheme to make staff fire training available online.
The last few times I've done face-to-face training, I've only had a handful of people actually make the times because we deal with a lot of clinical staff who do night shift. So it was sort of trying to work out how to actually make sure that everyone is viewing the presentation, they know what to do in case of a fire.
Several of this year's innovation entries focused on the need for audiovisual education resources. While the various ideas pitched by staff weren't given financial support, McConville says it's an area SDHB staff plan to explore in coming months. She says all the judges were blown away with the amount of ideas that staff put forward this year.
They're so passionate and they believe in their ideas so much that they actually step up to the plate, they want to do something about it.
McConville says it's likely the competition will run in a similar format next year. That gives the organisation's staff several months to dream up more ways to improve healthcare and get their hands on some prize money themselves. Ruby McAndrew, 39 Dunedin News.
Police are praising the behaviour of the majority of yesterday's racegoers despite several arrests. Thousands attended the annual Melbourne Cup race day at Wingatui despite heavy rain and cold temperatures. More than 30 police officers were at the raceway to ensure things didn't get out of hand. 3 males were arrested for disorderly behaviour and taken to the Central Police Station to sober up. One of those arrests was for a man who urinated through a smashed window. But despite the bad behaviour of a select few, police say punters were in a good mood and drunken antics were minimal. Locals are taking matters into their own hands to celebrate the All Blacks Rugby World Cup win. The New Zealand Rugby Union has confirmed the winning side will not visit Dunedin as part of their victory tour. But Southern supporters are planning their own way to honour the back-to-back win.
For the boys in black, local rugby fans are united to support the All Blacks on their road to victory. But those in Dunedin won't be seeing the winning squad on their trophy tour, and that's got some upset.
Dunedin deserves it. Dunedin has done so much. We have our state-of-the-art stadium, which is ranked one of the best in the world. And, you know, we've given so much to rugby. We are Rugby City. You know, we should be included.
A Facebook page dedicated to bringing the boys to Dunedin has already gathered 3,000 likes. It was rebranded from an earlier page set up to get a parade in the city after the All Blacks' 2011 World Cup victory. This will be the second time Dunedin has missed out on a parade, despite locals' pleas to see the team.
I think it'll be really good for the community. Everyone wants it and they're such big supporters.
Absolutely, we've got a huge backing of the All Blacks down here, especially with the student culture. We're all up the ABs and we'll all get around it and absolutely just froth it.
Yeah, definitely they do. It's a bit disappointing they're not coming down though.
Absolutely, there's no question about that. I reckon the AB's have done a fantastic job. I'd love to see Richie and Dunners getting it done. Love to see them in the Octi as well.
The city has already hosted a large-scale rugby parade this year to celebrate the Highlanders Super 15 win. Should Dunedin miss out on a parade, despite demand, Creswell is planning on holding her own to give the team the appreciation she says they deserve.
We want as many Dunedin people to turn out. We want to give this the exposure that it deserves, and so that people from Dunedin, we can celebrate and turn this into a positive and just show the NZRU how passionate we are about our rugby down here.
The All Blacks return to New Zealand this morning and will tour Auckland, Wellington and Christchurch this week. Although Dunedin is being left out, locals plan to keep the pressure on in hopes of a last-minute change of mind by those in charge. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
Hundreds of dollars worth of gear has been stolen from a Shield Hill house that was ransacked in a burglary. The Calvert Place home was entered sometime in the last week while the owners were on holiday. 2 televisions were taken and the home rummaged through. A family member of the occupants discovered the theft when she went to check on the house earlier this week. It's unclear how the thieves gained entry into the home. The Department of Conservation is urging the public to get back to nature and connect with the natural environment. This week is the organisation's annual Conservation Week, aimed at reminding people how beneficial getting outside can be, and locals are heeding the call.
Helping keep Dunedin beautiful. Children from the University of Otago Childcare Association are using their weekly bushwalk to help celebrate Conservation Week. The event is run each year by the Department of Conservation as a way to encourage the public to engage with their surroundings.
It's all about getting people to think about the connection between a healthy nature and how that influences our well-being. So there's lots of research that indicates that healthy nature and people spending time in nature has positive benefits for our health, both mental and physical.
While the week provides conservation groups an opportunity to profile and highlight their work, they say it's something that should be celebrated year-round. Several activities and events are planned throughout the week, including a national geocaching competition. Participants have to find hidden items that have been placed in specific locations around the city.
A number of them have been placed really accessible around the city where there is nature to be noticed, and people might not have noticed it before, and that kind of aligns with our urban nature concept of getting people noticing nature in the city.
Staff say the week is growing in popularity each year with more and more events planned. The aim remains the same though, just getting the wider public to notice and protect the environment around them.
For DOC, we're always thinking strategically about who our audience is and how we can really target them during Conservation Week. It gives us a chance to be really specific.
DOC staff hope the event encourages the public to seek out new areas to explore throughout the city and beyond. The week isn't quite over yet, with a few more conservation events planned in coming days. Ruby McAndrew, 39 Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, we meet the man who's at the helm of University International Relations, and we hit the streets of South D to try and find some royal fanatics.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell menswear, it fits.
Hedges are something we almost take for granted. A good hedge needs regular maintenance to look its best and to add value and character to your property. For all your hedge care needs, call the team at SGC Services on 0800 783 453.
At your locally owned and operated Veggie Boys store, we've got fresh produce daily, fruit, veggies and more. Competitive prices are just one of the reasons people come to us in all seasons. Convenient locations and friendly crew, Veggie Boys Dunedin, come try something new. Stores in the north, the south, be our guest, Centre City as well to serve you the best. Daily specials on produce that are hard to beat, all tasty and healthy and all good to eat. Don't forget we've also got your milk, bread and meat. Veggie Boys Dunedin, you're guaranteed a treat.
McClellan Refrigeration is your one-stop shop for heat pumps in Dunedin. We have a range of heating, air conditioning and refrigeration solutions. We also have 20 years experience. McClellan Refrigeration, call us on 477 0088.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. gillians.co.nz.
This year's Oamaru Heritage Festival's theme is Alice in Wonderland, celebrating the sesquicentennial of its writing. Join us in Oamaru November 11th to 16th. See www.vhcu.co.nz for details. And don't be late for this very important date.
Congratulations, you're getting married. Hi, I'm James Morris, wedding celebrant, and it's my privilege and a pleasure to bring you the perfect ceremony for your perfect day. Don't wait or contemplate. Your consultation is free with no obligation. jamesmorris.co.nz.
Christie Glass Houses and Sheds, good to grow stuff in. The first choice for gardeners for over 100 years. Built to withstand extreme weather conditions and hard work. Full range of options available. Thomas Burns Street across the road from the railway station. Free call 0800 Allens.
Big Orange, for all your movies, records, books and games. Pre-loved needs and vinyl records, 45s, DVDs. A South Dunedin family-owned business for over 15 years. Check us out on Facebook, opposite Westpac on the sunny side of King Edward Street.
Eveready mowers and chainsaws. Husqvarna outdoor power equipment for all the jobs, no matter what the size. Give Graham a call on 4552 555 or visit our new showroom at the roundabout end of Andersons Bay Road. We sell the best and service the rest.
Welcome back. The national unemployment rate has risen to 6%. Figures out today show there are fewer Kiwis in work and 40,000 more people without jobs compared to the same time last year. Part-time jobs fell 4.1% in the September quarter, amounting to almost 30,000 positions. However, some sectors showed growth thanks in part to demand in the construction industry, which added over 20,000 jobs. And on that note, let's take a look at today's financials. The NZX 50 has closed the day up 49 points. It's now at 6,071. The Nikkei is up 427 points. To the exchange rates, the Kiwi dollar is down against all the currencies we follow. A new person is in charge of international relations at the University of Otago. Simon Chu has moved into the role, having been a project manager in the university's international office. He joins us to talk about his plans in the job. Good evening, Simon.
G'day.
What are you responsible for in this new role?
We have an international office at the university, 30 staff, and we're primarily responsible for the student experience, basically from inquiry, for the international student experience, from inquiry right through admissions, the student experience while the student is here, right through to graduation. We also have a mobility office where New Zealand students can head overseas.
What is the university's international reputation like at the moment?
Pretty good. We're in the top 3% in the world. We're ranked number 173. Our dentistry school is ranked number 8 in the world. For internationalisation, we're ranked 51 on the Times Higher Education.
Okay. What can be done to make those rankings better?
I think everybody's got a part to play in that. Students, staff, our local community. As we talk about the wonderful things that happen at Otago University and in Dunedin itself, we raise our profile. We can't be complacent about it. New Zealand's known as a really beautiful place, but not necessarily the first choice for education.
How important is global visibility to the university?
Extremely. So basically, the higher we are in the rankings, the more we get out there internationally and create really good relationships. We raise our international reputation. That in turn, with research and with quality teaching, we basically get more publications. We increase our research profile, which leads to more funding, which leads to more students. Every international student that comes to Dunedin really adds to our economy and to our community.
What is the main challenge in building the international standing that we have?
Perhaps New Zealand has a low profile. University of Otago, we love it, and here it is, the biggest place in town, but internationally, we still have a reasonable low awareness of us as a university, and it's not so easy necessarily to pop down to Dunedin. So there's some logistic issues.
How are you planning to attract more foreign students?
Well, we collaborate with Education New Zealand, our national body, to initiate new projects, to work overseas together. The DCC, Study Dunedin, so we actually work closely with the Poly, the secondary schools, the DCC, the Chamber of Commerce. A good example would be the education visits to Shanghai. Obviously I have a team, we're out there doing it, and also I think just educating our community around what is possible and how international education adds to our community.
What percentage of students are from overseas?
About 12% currently, yep.
And the OUSA has an international office as well. How does its role differ from the role of the office that you work in?
Okay, so the OUSA has an international vice president, and they're a sort of advocate, and they also run the clubs. They are more focused on student participation in the opportunities that OUSA present right across the board, like their clubs, advocacy. We don't really advocate for students, we provide pastoral support and guidance and visa support, insurance support. So our office is more operational.
You've been in the international office for a little while now. You've moved into this new job. What's your ultimate goal with it?
If I say I'm going to do something, I'd like to do it. Increase the diversity of our student population, provide opportunities for those students that are maybe domestic, our New Zealand students, to go overseas, but also to have a global experience by having international students come here, and increase our research collaborations.
Which countries do we need more engagement with?
Well, I think immediately China comes to mind. I mean, we can't not have that world economy on our doorstep and not do something. Perhaps in the short term, Indonesia, fourth most populous country in the world, and we will seek to engage with them a little bit more over the next year or so.
Simon Chu, University of Otago International Office Director, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, the city is in line for some new buses, and we're on the streets to see how excited you are about the impending royal visit.
Do you want support for your breathing? You are not alone. In New Zealand, over 600,000 people have some form of breathing difficulty, especially with the high pollen season in New Zealand. Puff Plus is an excellent natural product developed to support lung function and breathing difficulties. Puff Plus is so effective, you get a no questions asked, money back guarantee on the first purchase. Give it a go, you have nothing to lose. Call now, 0800 502 402. Take as directed. If symptoms persist, see your healthcare professional.
Wake up time and another frantic day ahead for Haraway's Oat Singles. With 3 delicious flavours in each pack, they don't last long with this family. They're so convenient and tasty, and they're ready in seconds. Haraway's Oat Singles are the ideal breakfast or snack on the run for today's busy families. And there's a flavour to suit everyone. Beat the rush and make sure you get your favourite flavour. Haraway's Oat Singles. Try new Kiwi Favourites Caramel Variety Pack.
Mobility Scooters Otago. Mobility Scooters, new and used, electric manual wheelchairs, strollers and walkers. Free home demonstration and delivery. Call Tony on 03 455 2875 or visit our showroom, 211 King Edward Street, opposite Westpac.
Yeah, we're heading down George Street, downbeat, tip of the hat to the people we meet in southern skies. Take your place, take your place, take your place in the world. Take your place, take your place in the world.
Pallet fires are growing in popularity in Otago, with people who want a clean and efficient form of home heating. The sight of a burning flame without the problems of chopping, stacking and carting wood around is a winner. Pallet fires, so easy, so efficient.
Mosgiel Mowers Plus can help you with products to make your garden maintenance jobs easier. Lawn mowers, ride-ons, chainsaws, line trimmers. Sales and service are our specialty. Mosgiel Mowers Plus. Phone 489 3572 22B Gordon Road, Mosgiel.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Tune in on Thursday for Motorsport Night on Dunedin Television.
Welcome back. Dunedin's bus service is getting a revamp with millions being invested in upgrades. Go Bus Transport will pump $13 million into fleets in Dunedin, Christchurch and Hawke's Bay. Dunedin will receive 7 of the 29 new buses being manufactured in Christchurch. Managing Director Callum Haslop says the new vehicles will create a more modern urban bus experience for passengers. It comes as the city undergoes extensive changes to the public transport system. The buses are expected to be operating by early next year. Dunedin is about to welcome Prince Charles and his wife Camilla as part of their royal tour of New Zealand. The pair are due to arrive in the city tomorrow, so our Word on the Street team asked members of the public if they're excited about the royal visit.
Don't like her, never have and never will, and that she looks more like a mother than a wife to him, and that I think no one ever will replace our Diana, and that she was just beautiful and down to earth.
I wouldn't, if William and Kate come, I'd go and see them, but not these two. They've been out so many times.
Yes, I am. It'll be good.
I like Prince Charles and Camilla, they're cool.
No, I'm not. Not even interested. Won't be going to see them.
No, I'm not excited, but yeah, I respect the position they're in. They got a hard job.
Yes, of course. We should always be excited, right? I'm sure that my daughters will be excited because they like princes and queens and things like this. I'm from Brazil, so for me it doesn't change much, but the girls will be happy.
Yeah, it'd be quite interesting.
Capping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. Fresh ideas from local healthcare staff have been rewarded by a panel of judges in the Southern DHB's annual Innovation Awards. Local rugby fans are vowing to celebrate the All Blacks Rugby World Cup win, despite the city being denied a spot on the team's victory tour. And Conservation Week is back, with dog staff calling on the public to get out and enjoy the city's vast array of natural environments. It's time now for a look at what's going to be in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times, and Bruce Query joins us. Good evening, Bruce.
Good evening. A bit of good news. Hundreds of jobs in the Clutha district, they're on offer, and there's been some speed dating between employers and potential employees in Dunedin today, trying to attract some people to drive down the road for jobs. An official report today says that teachers fear for jobs and morale in some secondary schools in Dunedin is low amid some potential changes among the school shake-up. More on Prince Charles and Camilla in the country.
Are you excited about this, Bruce?
Am I excited? I'm really excited.
You are?
Yes, yes.
You look it.
They were welcomed into the capital today. We've got a young Dunedin musician who's training in Auckland, and he's been given the call up to come down and perform for Camilla. Plus, of course, there'll be some road closures around town, so people should be aware of that. And Tyree College can now claim the Silver Ferns coach as well as the All Blacks coach, with former pupil Janine Southby being named the next coach of the Silver Ferns.
Wonderful stuff. That's tomorrow's ODT. Thank you, Bruce. Time now for local weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Puff Plus.
And here is today's City Views taken of a wasp looking for food. Around the city today at 3 o'clock, legs 11 for both the central city and the Taieri, 14 for the gardens. To the situation, and an anticyclone will move over New Zealand from tomorrow. It's unfortunately going to linger over the North Island, which is bad news for us because it means a cold front is going to decay nearby. Boo. Well, around the region tomorrow it's actually looking quite good, so let's enjoy this while it lasts. Fine weather for Invercar, Kilgore, Tiano and Alexandra, highs of between 15 and 17 degrees. And it's a fine one for Queenstown, Oamaru, Wanaka and Twizel, but nor'easters will be a feature in Oamaru, highs between 15 and 18 degrees. In Dunedin tonight, fine, although frosts are possible in very sheltered areas. Tonight's low 5 degrees. Tomorrow and Friday, long sunny periods, nor'east winds, and we can look forward to a high of 14 degrees both days. And to the Otago Pallet Fires tidal and fishing information. Low tide tomorrow morning is at 25 past 6. High tide follows at 6:54 p.m. And fishing conditions look okay, especially around 8:30 tomorrow morning. And that is all from a team here at 39 Dunedin News for Wednesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
Before